Okay, March 23rd. I stopped the video by mistake. You can see I'm obsessed with the whole winter situation. All right, Melanie here. Hi, nice to meet you. Excuse my terrible manners. That's what I do. Please forgive me for my terrible manners. I can't seem to get this intro thing going in my mind. So I'm like, an intro. Hi. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Here I have my sweater on, so I forgot to, I hit the wrong button. I paused and I stopped the video. So I'm on the same day, Monday, March 23rd, 2026. Snowed a little bit. Looking outside, going, hope I don't need my umbrella. I'm gonna go upload my videos at the Wi-Fi because my phone's on data, so you know. But and it's slow. I'm at the end of the month. I didn't watch all the videos, you know, that type of thing. So I have my sweater. I have this one. I'm probably overdressed. I probably am, but I'm not chancing it because if there's a wind, I'm not overdressed. But my door, I have my window open. My door shakes a lot. Rattles. The door rattles quite a bit when the wind is coming through, and I haven't heard my door rattling. Excuse me. So I might not. So I'm 3 layers in right now, but this is really thin. Thank you to who donated that to me. So, okay. All right. So this is what I have on right now. And yeah, the coat. Oh, and this one here, I'm like, I wanted to double brim it, but I realized now, I think my head is about a size 17 inches around. I need, in order for me to get this to work, and I've been on the, oh, see, look, the, the sirens, hold on. Okay, they're gone. I live by the train tracks too. So the thing is, and then I live by Main Street, and the sound just travels up. So the traffic, right? So it's like, believe you me, it's challenging for me to get a video, to make a video. Between the traffic noise, they have construction going on around here too on buildings. So there's construction noise at times, the train tracks, and you know, I live in the city. The sirens, when they come up, it's like, geez. So it's not as easy, as convenient as it could be. The glasses are dirty. So look, I just used the merino wool to clean them. Yeah, they did a pretty good job. So that's what I have on right now. But I have a cardigan, and I'm thinking I could wear the cardigan, but I don't know. You know, here's the thing too. I was saying this when as when I hit about 40 years old, 41, 42. The things I would have worn at 21, I was always a conservative dresser. I've had, you know, I'm colorful in my clothes, but I'm relatively, please stop. I'm relatively conservative. Sorry, it's always like this, you know? I'm like all this time, right? So I'm relatively conservative dresser, but I like color, and I like a lot of color. But I've worked before in places where, you know, I couldn't necessarily be as loud with my color choices as I'd like to be. And I've also had to break out of that conservativeness of dressing. But I'm still a very conservative, relatively conservative dresser, right? Like, I just don't have my clothes, you know, I tried wearing a mini skirt when it was in around late 80s. The mini skirt thing came up again, and I was like, well, yeah, I just don't like attracting that much attention, okay? And I was brought up a conservative dresser also, very much so. So which I'm okay with. I'm fine with the conservative dressing. It's just that it kind of at times where I'm like, oh, I just want to get more loud with my colors. So it's always kind of challenging for me in terms of dressing the way I would want to, but not feeling like you're the attention factor. You know, it's just like, oh yeah, a nice compliment is a nice compliment. Like the whole, I don't dress this way. I dress for me and for color to feel good and cheer me up and to feel like it's just more natural to me, more so than one color things. But I love one color things too. It's not like I don't. But the colorful clothes is more natural, but they're way more deliberate. And it takes way more thought to put patterns and colors together. Way more. From my experience, that's how it's been. So yeah, the coat. Hold on. Here go to winter. All right. So I'm telling you, in this day and age, I look at a lot of videos, and I've been made aware that so many videos are AI, artificial intelligence, that I'm like, why would I want to get online and support an artificial intelligence video when, who's getting paid with that? So let's say someone's on YouTube and they're monetized and they're real people. And they need to subscriptions and they need the views. So I would prefer to find something a channel that appeals to me, that's a real channel. That people are, hopefully, they're not matrix agents or something, those people, and they're, making their, electric bill money or more on YouTube, and that's who I'd like to subscribe to. Real human beings, real people. So, but nowadays, I've been made aware of these things called deepfake videos and AI videos, and I'm like, well, who's making those AI videos? Is it Google? Is it YouTube? Who are these people? And the AI videos are very sophisticated. Some of them are really, really sophisticated. Just think of CGI, computer-generated imagery that's used in movies. I think they've already digitally put that together. Okay, let's get it together. Let me talk. And so I would like to be able to support, if I'm going to support someone, which, I'm watching their real human being, the real human beings, let's see how it is, a real human being's work, not some artificially intelligence created work, right? Because, that's why a lot of people are on YouTube, right? They're on YouTube because it's their business, and, they're self-employed or part-time employed, or they need some money, okay? So it's like, that's who I'd like to support. But some of the videos, when I went and looked up how to, they're on YouTube, you have somehow to tell these are artificial intelligence videos, and I saw a couple of them. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't tell. And they even have an AI like short movie thing or whatever, a reality show of some sort. And what I noticed okay, you see how my hands are going like this? There's certain times when I'm working on things, my hands will look blurred out, exactly like those AI videos. So in that video, the gentleman was saying, oh, you can't tell, they're complex. They have problems, the hands have problems with complex movement. I'm like, I doubt that the AI videos made by these large corporations, if that's who they're made by, don't have advanced AI that has the ability to use complex movements with their hands. and they're still clear. So there's a couple commercials that come on uh, while I'm, looking at videos. I'm almost sure some of these videos are AI videos and they're commercials. Now that I've reviewed that video again on how to tell it's an AI video, I'm like, my goodness. I mean, my goodness. And the guy was like, you see how the guy walked up and just hugged the guy? And you see how his hands just kind of melded in? I'm like, but that might be able to happen when you're digitally doing a video, because I've seen it happen with my videos and I've seen it happen with other people's videos. And they're talking and their hands just meld into the air. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're human. Okay? So I think it's the way the digital camera catches the angle of your hands and etc. Maybe it has something to do with the speed, the light, whatever it is, right? But I'm like, so that's who I want to support. So now, sad to say, but true, I look at most people's videos and go, are you real? Are you a real person? Are you fake? Are you human? Because why am I going to support someone's video who's not real? They need views and they need subscribers. And whoever these people are that are making these AI videos, who knows who they are, because they don't identify themselves. They don't say, we're corporation so-and-so, and we've put together this AI video. Or if it's an individual human being out of their home, they don't say anything. So unless they identify themselves physically as saying, yes, I have created this AI video for you to watch, please support my channel. But even then, they might still work for the corporations. So I'm like, well, why am I supporting some unknown corporation or company? I don't know at all, nothing. So I'm like, well, unless they identify, I'm like, I'm not doing it. If I'm gonna have subscribers and I'm gonna view their things, I'm gonna take my little data that I have on my phone and my time, because it ain't all about y'all. It's about me too. It's about us. Then I'm going to try to make sure you are a real human being. Okay? And I'm sure there's people, I would think there's people on the internet who, they may just make $100 a month on YouTube and they need that money. That's why they're still there, spending hours making content for maybe $100 a month because they need the money. All right. So, I'm trying to think more intentionally about, they call it intentional now. Back in my day, we called it deliberate. Now they call it intentional. Every generation, the words change up by somewhere a generation by 10 to 100 years. And they think they knew. Oh, I'm so intentional. You mean deliberate? And that keeps them, people think this keep them up to date because they use the new word now. The word is just a word. And mindful and intentional didn't mean the things it used to mean. That's a Middle Eastern, that's an Eastern Asian thing. That's being totally used incorrectly today. But you could say they took the word and made it their own. So I'm working to be very deliberate at I found out that they can make fake backgrounds too with green screens and all of this. I'm like, I would definitely say to anybody on the internet, be very cautious. I'm not kidding you. Very, very cautious. I went to order a book on the internet and these people grabbed my money and the thing just stopped and they got the money out my bank account because I was online banking. I no longer online bank. All right. And I got fraud. My account got frauded. So I went right to the bank that next day, I think, or and whenever the next day was, I don't know if it was the weekend, I can't remember. It was a few years ago. I was like, this is this is really a big. I didn't realize how like how much because I was like, okay, I'll go to online banking, especially in the winter. Are you kidding me? This huge difference. But the ideal of like, I need my knitting. Hold on. Okay, the trusty charger and the earbuds. Can I get my cigarettes? Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anybody I smoke cigarettes. So the ideal that you're gonna just somehow, I'm hot too. See, it's very warm in my apartment. Okay, I do not have a controlled. I do not control the heater. Fine. I'm loving the fact that it's summer in my apartment. But getting out the door when it's summertime, my window's wide up, my window's open. Okay? But getting out of the apartment in the wintertime while it's 85 degrees in your apartment. It's like, oh, it's challenging. Oh, here goes the yarn. Summer nights. Okay, yeah, this is the yarn right at the top. So I wanted to find that yarn because I keep talking about it, but I'm like, yeah. So right now I'm sweating, which is perspiring for ladies, sweating for men. That's the kind of stuff I grew up with. Women don't sweat, they perspire and they glisten. I grew up with that kind of thing. I grew up with that. I don't know if these younger folks are being brought up with that kind of thing. Women don't perspire, I'm a little glistening and glowing, you know, or perspiring. Men sweat. I grew up with that. I grew up with those kind of being told those type of things. I don't know if young people are being told any of that kind of stuff anymore. Maybe it depends on where you, whom and where. Maybe that is it. All right. Am I taking you with me? I'm going to take you with me. Am I taking you with me? Maybe I am. So somebody requested a day in the life when I go to the grocery store and stuff. And I was thinking about I might do something like that, but this is probably more how this will be. Maybe more in bits and pieces instead of trying to figure out a whole day. I was like, well, maybe I'll be able to figure out a whole day. Maybe. But stop shaking around. Sorry for all this shaking. Let me go a little slower so it's not hectic. And I got to get out the door too. But I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'd like to. I'd love to do something like that, but I'm not sure how to. How? So I'm going to arrange it in my thinking because I don't have a complicated photo editor or advanced photo editor on this phone. Okay, so I'm in my hallway and I'm really close. Sorry. So I don't really know if I hold on. Okay. So I was thinking maybe in bits and pieces I'll be able to put something together. Maybe I'll try for a whole day and it's, you know, it's the wind. So I need a backpack too. My backpack broke. And so now I'm using like my canvas duffel white bag, and it's kind of, it's pretty amazing for Dollarama, well built. real quality tote bag and big, but it's not really going with my vibe. It's more for the groceries, more so than I'm in an elevator. This is the elevator. But this is an elevator. Is this interesting? Oh my God. Can't be. There's no way this is interesting. All right, let's let me. Okay. Hi. Hi. Checking my mailbox here. And there's a couple of gentlemen in the hallway. And there's no mail. The tax people are supposed to be sending me something. Where the mail at? Hi. We got a building in the lobby. There's forever a leak in the lobby. I mean, forever. It's like they can't get it fixed. It's very weird. I'm like, everything else get fixed. But that lobby leak, they're having real trouble with. So yeah. So take a look behind. That's a new construction, that building there. I think it's still in construction. And then they have a smaller area there. I don't know if they're finished. That one's taken a while. But this one brand new. I think they started a couple of years ago. That building there. And I'm across the street from the grocery store. Food Basics here. It's really nice. It's really nice to live across the street from a grocery store. I feel very blessed by that. Because wintertime and the grocery stores across the street, my God. And every time I think about moving, I go, nah. Grocery store across the street. And the bus stops. I have a bus stop on almost every to the major streets, which is fantastic. And they're close anyway. I walk them primarily. And here is another build. This one is done. That tall building that looks glass. That building right there. That building is pretty much done. It is done. They have people have moved in. That one's brand new too. That's this year. I think they completed, or last year. We being gentrified. I think that's what that is. Is gentrification, or is it just an up level, or what they call it now, level up, or upgrade? The neighborhood definitely going through a huge transformation in this last few years, big time. And it's like they just started building here, and it was really, you know, some part of it I'm happy about, the other part of it I'm like, yeah. It's interesting how they build high rises in cities. Like in Arizona, they nothing's this high up. You know, they have a few buildings downtown. The state put an ordinance out for what I last heard. I don't know if that's changed, where apartment buildings can't be more than 2 stories, I think it is. There can be a lower level that could make it 3 stories, like the underground level, kind of, but they can't be any more than 2 stories. So all these high buildings are like, we got a closer view. That one's brand new, two towers to the left. It looks like the one over there, but I think the one in the middle may not be finished. I could be wrong. You're on the camera. You're on the camera.
Oh,
Are you okay with that?
yeah. Is it for something in particular?
I'm gonna upload it to YouTube.
Okay.
Is it fine?
It's
Let me
okay.
okay, let's just get it. Let me get this one on.